Hey, Fearless family, welcome to Tip 40 How to Be Still. This is a recording from my dear friend Kyler, who actually gave a message on leading our retreat guest into a time of be still. I thought it was really appropriate because whether you're at a retreat, whether you're at home, whether you're in your car, we can all learn how to be still. And that be still time will equate to more peace in our life. So please enjoy this tip.
So I am going to give you a little bit of intro into what we call be still time. I prepared this like on my computer with my fingers, but it was really wild to see it all come together. So we're going to nerd out for a minute. And I think this is hopefully gonna wreck some of you. So be still. Stillness isn't something that we see regularly. It's already wrecked your bag. Just kidding. Stillness isn't something that we see regularly advertised in our culture. Rather, it's hustle, hurry, perform, have it all together, or appear to have it all together. Our brains have unknowingly fallen into an addiction to fake dopamine hits. Yeah. Rather than feeling happy and pleasure come from spending time in stillness with the Lord, or spending time out enjoying his creation and nature, or intentional time with loved ones, we get a big hit of dopamine from scrolling Instagram, binge watching TV, eating junk food. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter and a hormone that impacts several actions in our bodies. It is often referred to as the feel-good or the happy hormone. Many of its functions relate directly to the pleasure center inside of our brains. Dopamine was designed by the Lord to work in our brains, to feel pleasure in life, to be happy. But when the rhythms in our life have hijacked what boosts our dopamine, we so easily distance ourselves from God, allowing worldly pleasures to take over our thoughts, to take over any downtime or idle moment that we find ourselves in. If we are constantly stimulated and our thoughts are moving at 100 miles per hour, how will we ever hear from the Lord? I'll say that part again. If we are constantly stimulated and our thoughts are moving at 100 miles per hour, how will we ever hear from the Lord? Jesus exemplified the practice of stillness many times in scripture. I have a couple of examples that I will verbally tell you because I don't do slides. Matthew 14, 22 and 23. In that verse, what has just happened is he fed 5,000 people. It's one of the miraculous feedings that are in scripture in the Gospel of Matthew. And he retreats to go be alone and to pray. So this is following a huge pouring out, a huge miracle that thousands witnessed. He retreated and he needed time with the Lord. In Mark chapter 1, verse 35, he was preparing for a busy day of ministry. He got up first thing in the morning to retreat and to pray alone. He sets these examples for us because he paused and sought the Lord. He was equipped. Whether it was getting up early or whether it was after a huge expense of his energy, he paused and sought the Lord and he was equipped. He was aligned under God's will because he was so constantly in touch with him around the big moments in his life. Doesn't mean he avoided them. He didn't avoid confrontation. He didn't avoid hard situations. He met people where they were, but he was able to do so because he was under the will of God. We're not under the will of God if we are constantly being inundated with information and stories and thoughts and texts and everything that comes at us. So you're going to get some time, a lot of time, maybe an uncomfortable amount of time. And this exercise might be a struggle for you. That is okay. As you sit alone in stillness, welcome the racing thoughts. Welcome the distractions. Acknowledge them. That is who you are. That's who you've trained your brain to be. Recognize your brain has been conditioned to run at that speed. But you've got to give those distractions and those racing thoughts a place to go. I have found recently when my mind races in stillness, because this is a practice and you're going to get a big chunk of time today, but when you go back in your 100 mile per hour life that you live, you're probably going to just start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because this is hard. You're going to have to work up to being able to be still. When my mind races in stillness, I picture myself walking down a hallway. And when the thoughts come or the worries come or the stress comes, I gently place them in a room. I know they're there, and there might be very tangible things in there that I think I need to worry about. And maybe they need thought, maybe they need prayer. But right now, I'm just trying to be still. So I'm walking down that hallway, I'm gently placing them in a room, and I am shutting that door.
That's good, Kyler.
And I continue down the hallway. And I say, oh, Lord, I will give that to you later, or I will address that later, but we're going to close it. We're going to keep down the hallway. If you need to physically place your thoughts or worry somewhere, write them out. We talked about this a little bit in my small group. I think sometimes the physical act of writing out what you're worried about, what you're scared of, what you're stressed of or stressed about, I think if you need to physically place them somewhere to symbolize you laying them down, put them on paper. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. But let writing them down or putting them in a room allow you to mentally put them down. If you carve out stillness in the regular routine of your life, this will get easier and it will begin to feel more natural. I have taken very drastic steps of doing this in my own life, so catch me later if you want to talk about that. But I promise you it will get easier. You will stand in the grocery line and not look at your phone. It's wild.
Schedule it on your calendar.
Schedule it on your calendar so you get a notification. I'm kidding. So find a place you're able to relax in. I have on here, go to the lake. I'm not sure if it's raining. But
Not right now.
it's not right now, but maybe take an umbrella but go to the lake, find a sunny spot in the sun, curl up in your bed, try to avoid distractions. We just gave you a Bible that like needs your phone if you want to go deeper. I'm not telling you can't do that, but try not to text.
Oh, I am. No
Okay.
phones.
Okay.
No phones during this time.
Okay. Well, phones. Details count right here.
No phones.
Try to avoid distractions. So if you are like, what am I gonna do? And you need some guidance, I have some structure for the structure ladies in the room. Read in Psalms. Psalms are beautiful. They're easy to read. I feel like almost kind of nurturing to read. Read in Psalms. I love Proverbs. Proverbs are just like, Psalms will give you, some feel good, some fluff, and Proverbs are like, do this, don't do this. Like, I love both of those are very applicable and easy to just pick up when you're not sure what to read. Journal. What has impacted you greatest so far this weekend? What has been your biggest identified pain point? What's hit a nerve for you? Journal that stuff out. I used to really get intimidated by the thought of journaling and having to have this perfect structure and good handwriting and not messing anything up and scratching out. Let all that go, and it's only for you. It's not for anyone else. This is not a performance of who has the prettiest journal, but pick out what have been your highs and lows so far.
I love Kyler's tips. I love the fact that she digs into why we need to be still and how it can impact us personally if we do it. I really hope that this tip helps you to see the need for why it's so important for us to unplug and learn to be still and know God is God.